Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. William Ruto, earlier today, at a rally in Bomet, apologized over mythical Linturi's remarks in Eldoret. So in this video, I want us to have a look at some reasons why I believe William Ruto's apology backfired today. But before we do that, I want us to have a look at that clip of William Ruto apologizing, after which, as usual, we'll just dissect it to see exactly why that apology has backfired. Listen to William Ruto.
Sets of groups. We want every inciter in Kenya, whether they belong to UDA or they belong to...
Yes, that's William Ruto apologizing. So, why do I believe that William Ruto's apology has actually hit a wall? Why do I believe that apology has backfired? William Ruto states that we do not subscribe to any divisive talk. We do not agree with any talks that profiles individuals or groups or communities, because we are a national party that brings communities together. That's what William Ruto is saying there. But it's the same William Ruto who has been profiling some communities kama wale watu wa kung'oa reli wa kurusha mawe. Listen into this.
Kwani hawa watu ambao wanatuambia saa hii story mingi, kwani sisi hatuwajui? Sisi tunawajua. Ni watu ya kubomoa. Kama hawabomoi chama, wanabomoa nyumba. Kama hawabomoi nyumba, wanang'oa reli. Kama hawang'oi reli, wanatenganisha marafiki. Sasa hii watu ambao tunawaelewa, alafu we are entertaining them for what purpose?
Yes. From that short clip of William Ruto saying that kuna watu wa kung'oa reli, watu wa kurusha mawe, he is actually profiling some communities. And then here today in Bomet, he is saying they are not part of people who profiles communities. What does that show? It shows clearly that William Ruto is not serious about his apology. He is just parroting. He is just playing politics. Yes. And then secondly, he is also stating that Linturi's remarks were inappropriate. But funnily enough, mythical Linturi made the remarks in front of William Ruto. But funnily enough again, William Ruto never reprimanded mythical Linturi. In fact, some of his foot soldiers came out in the defense of mythical Linturi. One being Rigathi Gachagua, the person who is also being rumored can be his running mate. They came out in the defense of mythical Linturi. And William Ruto has largely been quiet. Why is it that he could not reprimand mythical Linturi? He made such sentiments. An indication again that from behind the scenes, William Ruto is just talking in public. But maybe in private, he might be congratulating mythical Linturi. You've done a good job. So in my considered opinion again, William Ruto is not honest about his apology. If he was honest, he could have reprimanded mythical Linturi on the same day, on the same podium. I strongly believe he is not honest again here. And then thirdly, William Ruto is stating that now all inciters, if possible, they should all be arrested. All inciters. What does that mean? That's a clever way. You know, William Ruto is a very cunning politician. That's a clever way of William Ruto saying that if you cannot arrest others who have also been inciting, then you have no business arresting mythical Linturi. That's what William Ruto is actually trying to say. What does that mean? That simply means that William Ruto represents the impunity. It's actually impunity fighting back. Upon Mithika's arrest, William Ruto is now cleverly trying to put pressure on law enforcers to let Mithika free. If they cannot arrest others who have also been inciting, let Mithika be free. That's what William Ruto is cleverly trying to say. So that also beats his logic of actually stating that Mithika's actually remarks were insightful. Another thing, ladies and gentlemen, the main aim or agenda or objective of Mithika Linturi's remarks was to scare some communities in Rift Valley, was to force some communities in Rift Valley to support William Ruto. And from where I sit, I tend to believe that those remarks might have scared some good residents in the Rift Valley. So these residents might now not come out very boldly and very bravely to state their support maybe for other candidates, for fear of maybe being even attacked. So I tend to believe that this apology of William Ruto also backfires because the damage has already been done. There is no way you can now undo the damage. The damage has already been done. This is an apology that is coming far too late. William Ruto ought to have condemned it on the same day to the same people who listened to Mithika Linturi on that day. So in my honest opinion, it also backfires because it's not helping anything. The damage has already been done. Another reason, ladies and gentlemen, William Ruto is confirming to the whole nation that as Tanga, there are some elements within Tanga, within UDA, who are actually out to cause division and to divide Kenyans along ethnic lines. That's exactly what William Ruto is confirming here. And largely listening to William Ruto himself, even before he starts castigating some of his foot soldiers, William Ruto himself is an inciter. Listen to William Ruto talk. In fact, there is no difference between Ruto and Mithika Linturi and Alice Wahome and Ndindi Nyoro, Kimani Ichung'wah, this one of Bahati. Listen to all these people talk. In fact, they are a chip of the same pot. So it just confirms again that even William Ruto's talks, Alice Wahome's talks, Kimani Ngujiri talks, William Ruto confirms that those have all been incitements. What does that show, ladies and gentlemen? It just shows clearly that William Ruto and his team, the Tanga Brigade, these are a lot who are out to cause chaos. They are out to divide Kenyans along ethnic lines. And I've always been maintaining here that this is a team, and I'm saying this without any fear or favor of anybody. I'm saying this without any fear of contradiction. William Ruto and his team, listen to these people very carefully, Kenyans. You will agree with me that the biggest inciter we have in Kenya is William Ruto. This is the biggest inciter we have in Kenya, ladies and gentlemen. So he has just confirmed again that in UDA, there are some elements within them who are actually inciting Kenyans against communities. But from where I see it, a majority of them are inciters, including William Ruto himself. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, having said all that, I still repeat that William Ruto should start by himself. He should first of all tame his own tongue. After taming his tongue, his foot soldiers will now learn from him. But if he as the leader of that group, he has not tamed his tongue, he has a loose tongue, we will still see very many of his foot soldiers still issuing such kind of inciting remarks. So William Ruto himself must first of all tame his tongue. He should not be a loose talker. Actually, he should weigh his words before he utters them. If he does that, I'm fully convinced that maybe Tanga leaders and their leadership, they will just somehow toe the line. But unless if William Ruto does not tame his tongue, then all these talks are just hogwash, just rubbish. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, let me remind you that if you've just bumped here for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. If you are watching us outside Kenya for the very first time, drop a comment. Let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. And to any other person who is also a fan of ours here, but you have not yet subscribed, take this moment, subscribe, and also give this video a like. Drop a comment if possible. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana.